Imagine if the very world you trusted, your home, your family, your reality, began to unravel before your eyes. A mother fleeing in the dead of night, clutching her daughter close, her heart pounding with fear and desperation. This is the story of Vari, a woman haunted by her past and pursued by shadows, both literal and metaphorical. So without wasting any further time, let's dive into the story. As the story begins, we see a woman named Vari, traveling at night with her daughter, Min. They are playing along the way, and we notice that Vari is continuously ignoring someone's calls. Vari suggests a new game to Min. She will knock on a door, and after a count, Min should hide, and Vari will come to find her. Min hides as Vari starts counting and heads to a gas station to refuel her car for a long journey. It becomes evident that she is hiding Min from someone for a reason not yet disclosed. While buying snacks from a shop, Vari avoids CCTV cameras, as though she's running from someone or something. Returning to her car, Vari panics when Min is not there, but Min suddenly appears, shocking her. Relieved, Vari continues their journey. After driving for hours, fatigue sets in, and she narrowly escapes a collision with a truck. Deciding to rest, she parks the car by the roadside and dozes off. In the morning, she is awakened by a knock on her car window. Seeing police officers, she becomes uneasy, as if fearing they've come to catch her. However, the officers only warn her to leave the area, as it's unsafe due to robbers. Relieved but cautious, she leaves, ensuring the police aren't following her. Vari finally reaches her mother's house, located in a desolate, remote area. She takes Min to her childhood room, where they see markings on the wall that Vari's mother had made to measure her height as a child. Min stands against the mark, and they discover she's now the same height as Vari was then. As they settle in, a secret is revealed. Vari is carrying a revolver in her bag. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door, startling her. She nervously tells Min to stay hidden and opens the door cautiously. It turns out to be Vineet, the house caretaker and former driver for Vari's mother. Relieved, Vari explains she had asked him to bring a few essential items. Before leaving, Vineet tells her to call him if she needs anything, but as he departs, he notices the curtains in Vari's room moving unnaturally. Vari also notices this and scolds Min for opening the windows, but Min denies it, insisting she didn't touch them. While organizing her belongings, Vari hides a stash of cash and goes to the bathroom. While washing her face, she feels as though someone touched her shoulder, but when she turns, no one is there. Shaking off the feeling as her imagination, she sits down with Min to watch TV after dinner. However, as soon as the TV turns on, they see a strange shadowy figure on the screen, which frightens Min. The TV shuts off abruptly, and the weather turns stormy. Though Vari feels unsettled, she hides her fear to comfort Min and takes her to bed. As they move through the house, they notice a locked room. When Min asks about it, Vari explains she has no idea what's inside, as she has never entered that room. The next day, while Vari and Min are eating, the house lights start flickering again. Min suddenly screams, claiming to see a terrifying figure behind Vari. Assuming Min is scared of the dark, Vari reassures her and remembers the house has a generator. She takes Min with her to turn it on. Upon reaching the generator, Vari finds it unusually large, possibly designed for industrial use. Despite its age, the generator starts with a single button press, restoring power to the house. That night passes peacefully, and Vari and Min begin playing hide and seek. Vari hides under the bed, and Min enters the room but leaves without checking under the bed. Vari, intending to surprise her, sneaks out but finds Min has stopped playing and started drawing instead. What shocks Vari is that Min is now wearing a mask. Vari wonders where Min got the mask, but before she can process it, a second Min appears behind her and grabs her. Startled, Vari looks again and realizes only one Min is present. Confused, she questions whether the second Min was real or a hallucination. The incident unnerves her, but she dismisses it for the moment. Later that night, another strange and frightening incident occurs. Min claims to have seen a horrifying figure, and she becomes so scared that she insists they leave the house. Vari, equally disturbed, struggles to calm Min, explaining that they cannot return to her father's house as it's no longer safe or theirs. They have no choice but to stay in this house. The following morning, Vari plays with Min again, but this time, she spots the same masked girl outside. Believing the girl is someone from outside, Vari chases her. The girl runs ahead, leading Vari on a wild chase before suddenly disappearing. Confused and on edge, Vari hears the sound of running water from Min's room upstairs. When she rushes to the room, she finds the door locked. After forcing it open, She is horrified to see the furniture in the room floating in the air. Min is nowhere to be found. Panicking, Vari searches every corner of the house but cannot find her daughter. She even ventures into the nearby forest with a flashlight, but to no avail. Defeated and desperate, she decides to report Min's disappearance to the police. When the inspector arrives to investigate, she notices broken tiles near the house entrance and a shattered chandelier above, as if it had fallen and caused the damage. Suspicious, the inspector begins questioning Vari, who explains the strange events, including the appearance of the masked girl, Min's disappearance, and the floating furniture. The inspector is skeptical of Vari's story, finding it implausible. She asks about Min's father, and Vari lies, claiming she left him years ago. When the inspector requests Min's photo for the investigation, Vari admits she doesn't have one, as all her photos were on an old phone she had broken. Furthermore, she doesn't use social media, making it impossible to retrieve any images of Min. The lack of evidence raises doubts about whether Min even exists. The caretaker, Vineet, tells the police that Vari came to the house alone, further fueling suspicions. Despite Vari's protests, the police begin to believe she might be suffering from psychological issues or delusions. The inspector checks CCTV footage along Vari's travel route but finds no evidence of Min in any of the recordings. This aligns with Vari's earlier behavior of deliberately keeping Min out of camera view. The police conclude that Min may not exist, and they decline to file a formal missing person report. Frustrated and desperate, Vari storms into the police station, adamantly declaring that Min is real and was abducted. She finally admits the truth. She fled Bangkok with Min to escape her abusive husband, a powerful army general who used to beat her. In her desperation, Vari shot her husband before fleeing with her daughter to this remote house. She suspects that her husband has taken Min as revenge. When the police call her husband, he denies knowing anything about Min or even where Vari is. He is equally concerned about their missing daughter. The inspector asks him to send photos of Min to assist in the search. Vari's missing person report is finally filed, and the police organize a search operation involving Vineet, Vari, and the local villagers. Despite searching the surrounding forest for hours, they find no trace of Min. As heavy rain begins to fall, the team takes shelter at Vari's house. While there, the inspector notices the locked room. Vari explains that she has never opened it and doesn't know what's inside. Suspicious, the inspector orders the lock to be broken. Inside, they discover a secret basement. The group cautiously descends, unaware of the mysterious figure following them. The basement is filled with old machinery and equipment, resembling a laboratory. In one corner, they find a glass capsule surrounded by burn marks and a peculiar circular pattern on the floor. These marks align perfectly with similar circles in the rooms above, including Vari's. The inspector suspects that these circles might be connected to Min's disappearance. Despite extensive searching, Min is nowhere to be found. Vari is devastated, and the inspector reluctantly informs her that there is little hope of finding Min left alone in the house. Vari hears strange noises at night and suspects an intruder. Armed with a gun, she investigates and finds a little girl counting numbers from 1 to 20. When she approaches, the girl runs into Min's room, where the furniture is once again floating. Vari tries to open the wardrobe, but the girl pulls her inside. Vari feels as though she's falling into a deep, dark pit. When she regains consciousness, she finds herself inside the glass capsule she had seen earlier. To her shock, standing before her is her mother. The sight of her mother overwhelms her with memories of her childhood, how she longed to spend time with her family, only to be disappointed time and again. The scene shifts to March 14th, 1991, revealing Vari's childhood. She is excited to go on an outing with her parents, but her mother, a dam engineer, receives an urgent work call and cancels the plan. Her father, frustrated by her mother's lack of attention to the family, gets into an argument with her. Vari overhears her mother saying she doesn't have time to raise her. Heartbroken, Vari feels neglected and unseen. In an attempt to make amends, her mother plans another trip the next day. However, during the journey, an argument between her parents intensifies. Her mother stops the car abruptly and gets out. As Vari calls out for her not to leave, a truck crashes into their vehicle, killing both her father and herself. This event devastates Vari's mother, leaving her determined to invent a time machine to undo the tragedy. The narrative reveals that the glass capsule and the black circles are part of her time machine experiments. Though she succeeds in creating a wormhole capable of bridging timelines, her attempts to save her family repeatedly fail. One such wormhole inadvertently draws in Min from 2024, transporting her to 1991. Vari's mother, unaware of who Min is, assumes she is a relative and takes her in. She grows attached to Min, seeing her as a second chance to make amends for her past mistakes. Meanwhile, in 2024, the police inspector continues investigating the case, uncovering that Vari's revolver and other evidence inexplicably appear in 1991 case files. This confirms that Vari has somehow traveled back in time. Back in 1991, Vari escapes the basement, determined to find Min. She confronts her mother, explaining that she is her daughter from the future and Min is her granddaughter. Her mother, protective of Min, refuses to believe her. A struggle ensues, and in the chaos, Vari's head strikes the edge of the chandelier, causing her to fall to her death. Her face is burned beyond recognition, making it impossible for anyone to identify her body. Vari's soul becomes trapped in the house, manifesting as the ghostly presence haunting Min and Vari in 2024. Over the years, Min grows up in 1991, adopting the name Vari to honor her mother's memory. The cycle repeats as the present-day Vari's life mirrors that of her mother. She faces abuse from her husband, escapes with Min, and encounters the same tragic fate. The story concludes by revealing that the events are trapped in an endless loop. The wormhole continually connects the timelines, ensuring that the cycle of loss and tragedy repeats indefinitely.